Hello, everybody. Today on time. Yeah, I made it. I made it. So good to have you here. And we are keep going on our Spiritist book um, conversation here. And today we will go to question 258, choice of trials. Uh, I believe my personal belief, this is one of a lot, but for me this is one of the most important topics of the Spiritist book. Reasons, because this chapter here, this topic here, had the power to put our feet on the ground, reorganize our thoughts, and recover our faith in ourselves, faith in the Word, faith in God, even God. This gives a lot of explanations. This gives relief. That's why I think this is one of the most important chapters in the Spirit's book. Okay, so I can see a lot of people are joining us. This is good. Again, I'm so sorry for Tuesday, but I had to postpone 1 hour. I know it's not your time. Perhaps you are doing something else. No problem. But I had to. I had to be in a meeting, and that's it. Don, you are always welcome, my friend. You're always welcome. Okay, thank you. Okay, so while we have some people joining us, let's do our initial prayer. Again, let's raise up our thoughts. Have a deep breath. Make connection with our mentors, with superior spirits, with our friends. Ask them to enlighten ourselves. Inspire us in order to explain, in order to talk about it, and in order to understand what we will discuss today. May these good vibrations reach out to our brothers and sisters who are in the hospitals, who are in the war zones. We want to send them good vibrations. So be it. Amen. Okay. So, we are not alone. We have here Elaine Cristina from Rio das Outras. So, good to have you here, Elaine. And let's start the ride today. So, before we start the question 258, let's do a kind of a recap on question 257. Question 257 is not kind of a question. 257, Kardec called it as a theoretical essay on sensation in spirits. Okay? It's not more a question, it is Kardec putting his view based on the research he have had until that moment. Okay? That's why he called a theoretical essay. It's brilliant, all of them. But especially on the, not the last, yeah, more or less the last paragraph, we have a supporting message for upcoming questions. Okay, and Kardec, he says here, the suffering of this world may sometimes not depend on us, but many are the consequences of our choice. If we trace them back to their origin, we will see that most of them are the results of causes that we could have avoided. How many misfortunes, how many illnesses does man owe solely to his excesses and ambition? In a word, to his passion. The man who lives soberly in all respects, who never runs into excesses of any kind, who is always simple in his tastes and modest in his desires, spares himself many tribulations. The same applies to spirits, as the suffering they endure always results from the way they lived on earth. So, what Kardec is saying here? He's saying, in either way, we will feel the pain for something. Let's put it in quote, between quotes, wrong we did. While we are incarnated, these sufferings could be a shortage of money, or illnesses, could be something painful for you physically, you know. But then we die, the body dies, and we will return to the spiritual world, and we will keep feeling, we will keep being affected by that sensation in a different way, in a different proportion. Of course, it is related to the psychosphere, related to the environment you are. If you are incarnated, it's more materially sensation. If you are not in the spirit, not in the incarnated, you will have like a spirituality sensation, spiritual sensation. Okay, so far nothing new. But we are saying here the sufferings is mainly a consequences of our actions, and we have chosen that. Okay. And as much as you are evolving, as much you are not connected with the material body, with the material world, it means what? Means you are not connected with the influences you will have in this world. And Kardec says here, the physical, the physical hardships he endured shall leave no painful memory, no unpleasant impressions because they only affect the body, not the spirit. So, a high evolved spirit, when he is incarnated here on earth in a mission, in a mission, and perhaps he needs to suffer, he needs to pass through hardships, bad moments, and he will face, he will feel, of course he will feel, of course. Why? Because the feeling of being affected by something produce a material response. And because it produces a material response, we will feel. Because we are in a material world, inside a materialized body. That's why we're gonna feel it. Okay? We we are not even started talking about our trials. Okay? So this is what we need in order to evolve, is get rid of this attachment with the material world. Because when these good spirits come, they will have the hardships, the bad moments, like Mother Teresa, like Gandhi, all the persecution, like Nelson Mandela. He went through atrocities. He felt, of course, he felt, but it doesn't affect the spirit. So once he or she dies, oh, sorry, I need to close here. Once the spirit dies, this impression will not take over the spirit. Okay, because one of the spirit, like say you are having a problem here, and for some reason you put in your mind, someone did something to you, and the consequences is you are going through a difficult moment right now, and these difficult moments will end up in you returning to the spiritual world. Your spirit will be full of desire of vengeance. Oh, if that person didn't have done that, I won't be in this position. I didn't have died, or something like that. Okay, so this desire of vengeance, pride, selfishness, blah 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 blah, will make you feel blind, and you will not see why that person had that situation to harm you. What's the consequences? What happened before? What motivated that person go against you? Is that person a victim, or is that person a evil person? They did really bad things to you because they feel pleasure about it. We do have people like that. So we need to analyze all these points. Okay. So now we can enter the first question of the item, choice of trials. And the question 258. In between incarnations, And before starting a new corporeal existence, does a spirit have the our awareness and foresight of what will happen to him during his life or during his new earthly life? Okay, today's Thursday. Let's have a moment of reflection here. Um, does a spirit know what's gonna happen? Yes. Why? Because they are the one who prepared the plan. No, Steph, you are wrong. God prepared the plan and I'm just fulfilled. No. And we will see. I guarantee to you, he will not interfere in your plan and in your choices. However, doesn't matter what you're gonna do, doesn't matter the consequences you're gonna reap, good or bad, he will be with you. Okay? So when we we can say here we have two types of reincarnatory plan. We have one reincarnatory plan in which the benefactors, the high evolved spirits of a person plus many other people decide the reincarnation. Why? Because the person who will reincarnate didn't reach a certain level to plan the reincarnatory plan, to build it, to understand the consequences. He still have a lot of work to do, and he has no consequences. He has no desire for that. Based on this, these mentors prepare you to reincarnate. The second way of reincarnation may happen. It's your choice. How it happens there? Well, you need to understand the circumstances. While we are incarnated, we have a kind of narrow view. However, when we are discarnated, we may have not a 100% view, but it's more wide. So, being more wide, you will be able to analyze your choices. You will be able to analyze the consequences. You will be able to analyze where the wheels fall out of the bus. You know what I mean? So, where are the roadblocks? Why this happen? We always in the middle of the spiritists we say, oh, I did something in the past and that's why I'm suffering this one. Well, you may be in a suffer position today as a result of a consequence you did in the past. Okay? But there is no someone guiding you. This is what I'm saying. There's nobody guiding you, nobody working with you. Okay? So, what I want to say is The reincarnatory plan is something very important. It's like when you are doing a financial analysis or a P&L analysis for a company. You must be a professional who knows the theory, who has practiced many, many times, because what are you going to say about that company may or may not help the company, may or may not will keep the employees and decide to hire more because the business is growing. But first of all, they're relying someone to say something. Why I'm telling this story? Because we are in the right place at the right time with the right people. You are not here by chance. You are not here, oh, I just fall off the bus and I'm here. No. If you are here, if you are incarnated, you do have a mission. Some have light missions, some have a very difficult missions, but you will have a mission. You will have, you will need someone to talk. You will need someone to share your ideas. As we said many times, we live in a society, so the law of society, we cannot evolve without the society. So, in other words, we are dependent of the society. We are dependent of the society. Okay? So, but we can say, Stevan, that the reincarnatory plan is not approved. So, when we are in a spiritual world, we have a more wide view, and this will allow us to measure our consequences. So I did this, as a consequence, I have that. But in order to realize, to understand this, you need to figure out the position you want for yourself. Because here we just can see this. But when we open our view, we can see the both sides here. And this will help us to formulate, oh, I did this bad thing to this guy's connect with this, okay, he's end up here, he gonna be in a very tough situation, so I want to incarnate because I want to help him, or I want to ask permission to be not a mentor, but I need to ask permission for this person, mentors, to allow me to talk with my friends, and perhaps this calm him down, this make him a little bit easy. So I tried it, but it wasn't approved. But what I'm saying is we have to be in control of everything. We must have this control. Oh, Stevan, but I don't remember. I don't know what I have promised. I don't know what I have signed. I don't remember. I don't recall that. I know you don't remember. And in my opinion, this is one of the blessings. Why? Because if you know what you have to do, we will teach, we will not be too serious because you know the consequences. You know what's gonna happen. It's like you have a crystal ball and you see perhaps 10 minutes, 1 hour, or one day, or months ahead of you. And by the concept, by you are seeing there, you are changing here to be in a better position compared to what you are seeing, but about yourself in the future. Thumbs up idea? Yes, thumbs up idea. But how difficult this is. Why we have to do it? Why I don't not remember? Why we need to forget it? And before I answer these questions, we need to bear in mind that nothing happens without God's permission. Because it was He who established all the laws that govern the world. So God Himself was here, building His word, knowing what had happened. Jesus is the governor of the planet. And He said, no one gonna be left behind. And He will not leave us. So, as I said, nothing happens without God's permission. So, Stevan, you are saying to me that I'm suffering here and God is not punishing me. Yes. But I am suffering because I don't have money to go to the university. I'm suffering because I don't have to go there. And what do you need to do? God give us the free will. God give us the option to choose. God give us the opportunity to choose. Oh, Esteban, but I don't remember what I did in my previous life. I don't remember what I have agreed on my reincarnatory plan. Why you are telling me that I need to be humble, that I need to understand the laws here, why I needed to be in that situation. Many reasons can make it. But again, Stella, I get it that I don't remember. I get it that I still need to go through some problems here. I need to overcome these in order to kick off our plan and let's move forward. So, and you are telling me that God doesn't know that. I'm not telling you that. He knows. He knows. But using His mercy, He let you to decide what is best for you. He will not interfere in your decisions. He will not interfere in your new life. So it's giving this freedom of alternatives, of choices. God give to us the entire responsibility for our actions and the consequences we're going to suffer. This could be nice and wonderful consequence, but this could be a very bad consequence. When we don't use things wisely, when the wheels fall apart, we we are not good. But even though, Stevan, he let me do this, he knew I will fail. He knew I will not get that. Why he's still allowing me to go and do it, what I did. Again, free will. But Stevan, you are saying to me that God is just and fair. Yes, I said. Where is misery, where he is mercy. Then I will read. I will not tell you, but Kardec does, will do. If the spirit fails in his trials, there is still the consolation that not everything is lost. As God, out of his kindness, allows the spirit to start over from the point where he failed. Here is the God's mercy towards ourselves. His kindness allowed the spirit to start over from the point where we have failed. That is just one law from God. And all these laws are in our conscience. So it's up to us saying, we will die this night. We will survive more or less. Where is the mercy here? He always allows you to return and forget what you did in order to say, I'm a new person. I'm a new person. I'm a new one. What's the objective of reincarnation? We already studied. The objective of reincarnation we can find on question 171. What the question that says to us? 171. Okay. To all of let's have one. Uh, on what is the doctrine of reincarnation based? On the just of God and revelation. He always leaves a door of repentance open to his children. He supports. He stays with us. Doesn't matter the consequences. Even though he knows you're gonna fail. For example, mom. Sometimes your mom allow you to go, but she knew you will have problems. That is not a place to stay. You will have not great colleagues. She didn't like that girl. Let's tell the boys here or the girls. She didn't like that guy, but she let you go. It doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter what's the consequences of this party. Doesn't matter. She will always be with you. She will always be beside you. She will always be in front of you. So, where is the God's mercy? It's allowing you to start over without remember what you have done. He cannot break the cycle because he he cannot break the cycle what I'm gonna say here. Uh, he cannot. It's tough, my friends. It's tough to understand. It's tough to figure out all of this. But we have to. We need to. We need to move forward. We need to assume the consequences of our wrongdoings. We cannot put this under the mat. And we always mistake God's will with our will. We need to learn how to distinguish what is God's will, what is our will. We think everything is the same thing, but no. Yeah, my friends, it's sad, but we not even understood 1% because we keep we keep blaming someone else, especially God. Oh God, why this happened to me? It means it cannot happen to me, but can happen to you. I don't care. It's your life. This is what we're saying. Instead of understand, instead of figure out and make of these lemons a lemonade. I know people, they are specialized, make the lemons of life in a lemonade. But I do have friends from lemons, they can make a very bitter lemonade. It's up to you. We are not nobody reincarnates to suffer or reincarnate to evolve. This gives me consolation. Yes. But this will not sort it out your problem. No, no, no. This perhaps gonna give you confidence. This perhaps gonna give you self-esteem. This perhaps gonna give you courage to move on. This perhaps gonna give you some kind of well said words at the right time, and this close a lot of painful doors. So it's up to you to tell me which kind of person you are. Oh, Stevan, I'm sick. I'm try always to be positive, but I always have a problem. If you don't start this when this start. It's like when we have COVID. Now we have a Russia war. When we think things getting better, it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Did you stop to do a self analysis about what you are doing? Are the consequences of your actions aligned with the type of car you need? 2 doors, 4 doors, 7, 8 door, eight seats. Now it's even more. Black or white. So again, my friends, even though we don't remember, we need to move on. The Spirit says to Kardec, you have chosen the kinds of trials. The details are a consequence of your position and frequently of your own actions. If a spirit choose to be born among evildoer, for example, he knew what type of temptation he knew temptation he would expose himself, but not every single act he would carry out. So nobody, it's on a God's law, and if God's law, he needs to respect his laws. Nobody can interfere in your free will. I can ask you some advices. I can sit on my problem and say, hey, or you will let this to sort as per time, the time you will take care, or you need to change your behavior, change your actions. So the spirits keep going. If you walk down a path full of roots, you know you must be very cautious because you run the risk of tripping. But you do not know when you will trip, and maybe you will not trip at all if you are cautious enough. So, when we are walking in a forest, we will have the wet soil, dry soil, some parts with sun, other parts without sun, but you need to keep going. Regardless what you're going to encounter, if you have a snake in front of you, if you will have a crocodile in front of you, or if you have a monkey in front of you, it doesn't matter. You will keep going. So why we give up of life? Why we give up of trying? Why we blame someone for our problems that we caused to us? It's up to you to decide. But I guarantee to you, nobody, not even God, will interfere in your free will. It's your choice, it's your money, it's your time, it's your knowledge, it's you. Let me see if I mark somewhere something here. No. So again, my friends, this is the most, in my opinion, important chapter of the Gospel according to Spiritism. This explains a lot of things to us. This will make us more confident in us. This will not let be shy, do not try. Try. If you do not know what's your mission, why you're here on earth, don't worry. You will get it. But in order to get it, are you helping the others? How you treat the children beside you? Think about it, my friends. Think about it. Okay? The mercy of God resides in allowing us to return to the initial point if you don't get it. Okay? Don, do you have any question, Don? I love talked about it. It means I need to learn a lot. I need to learn a lot. Yeah. Yeah. But again, my friends, we choose. And we will keep it going next Wednesday from question 260. We will go from there. No question. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So think, my friends. try to exercise this. When many people, I think I said this here, when we have a problem with someone, oh, I don't want to come back, reincarnate again with that person. There's no need. We are in different levels of evolution. Perhaps that person is more evolved than you, to trying to teach you a lesson you didn't understood. She will let you come more incarnations in order to interfere again and see if you learn the lesson. See? Everything has your bright side. And it's your choice. If you always keep looking to the bright side or the dark side, you have your free will. And your free will lead you. Your free will reap the consequences of your actions. Your free will guide you. Okay? Ana Morim, thank you. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to have you here. Luviam, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, guys. Great. Thank you very much. Again, this is one of the topics I love to talk. We have more, perhaps another 1 or 2 parts. I think one. I think I will finish for next week. But think about. Try to understand. Do your analysis. Read chapter 5 of the Gospel according to Spiritism. It's going to help you to understand. Okay, so let's do a final prayer. I want to invite everyone to be connected with your mentors. Ask them to supporting us on our challenges, on our moment of difficulties, on our moment of trials. May this help everyone to evolve, to start to assume their responsibilities, be responsible for their actions, for their own actions, but always with a certainty that this is the right path to go. God bless you all. Amen. Okay. Thank you, my friends. Have a nice evening, a nice weekend, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. Okay? Bye-bye.